Hello everyone. Today we're going to start a new series of videos concerning the O-Mail product. You can see on your screen, once you log into your back office and you click on O-Mail, you will be at this screen right here. I'm going to go over some things. First of all, I want to go over the navigation that's on the side here. You have an inbox, just like all inboxes for email. This is an inbox similar to that. As you can see in my inbox, I have some email already there from previously. There is next to that, below that is a priority folder. This priority folder is kind of cool. I'm just going to point out a really cool thing about priority is when you get emails coming into your inbox, sometimes those emails are important or significant. Like I got an email here from Cindy Hopkins the other day, and it's what I would consider a priority email. So over here you got this little handle button. You literally click on that button, and it'll put it in your priority, the priority email. So when I go here now, this folder, it will show up there, right here. So that's how you can take those emails that you want to reply back to or you want to work on, do something with, put them in your priority list, and then you can, once you've gone through your list of emails in your inbox, then you can go to your priority emails and take care of them right away. Very nice feature. So that's why you have a priority button on the side. Also, if you're working on something and you didn't get it done, you could save it and it will be in your drafts folder. That's what drafts are. An email that's in process but not completed. So it's being drafted. This is really cool. Again, you can go to it at any time. It'll be in your drafts until you send it. Again, if you have sent it, it will be in your sent folder. So you have, again, you can see over here to the side, these are all things that are in the folders that I'm clicking on that I've already done. Just playing around and doing things with O-Mail. Learning how to use it so that I can create these videos and make everybody happy because now they can look for themselves and do for themselves. And that's why I do these things so that everybody's happy, excited, and can now actually use the products. Some people get stuck on them because they just don't work or they don't respond like you would think. And so these video series will help you understand how to, why some things may not work. I'll point those out if I go through my video. Also, how things that do work well. So another box that you're going to have is your outbox. Say that you've sent something to someone and yet they haven't gotten it. Come here and make sure that it's sent by either going to the send folder and seeing if it's there. And if not, check your outbox. It might be stuck in your outbox, or there might be some kind of a holdup in it getting done in your outbox. So look in your outbox to see whether it's still there. Might be able to forward it or reinitialize it and get it sent. Also, there is a scheduled folder. I'm going to test this. The last time I tested it, it did not work. But I'm going to test it again in this video series, and we're going to see if it works. So, and then obviously the bottom folder is the trash folder. This is things that you've discarded. They are still there until you actually delete them from trash. So you can have a recovery of emails. Oh, darn it, I discarded that email. If you go to your trash folder, it might still be there. Cover it. So check all of those things out. Below here, below this section that we just went over, is another section called the folder section. Now, there's a key feature on this folder section that you've never seen before, and I'm going to point it out right now. I've created a new folder and I called it My Files, so that I could keep my files in a separate folder as they come in or as I use them to send out to people through email. So this is a good place to put your files. I have two different folders. One of them I have is my ONPASSIVE folder. I use it for all my beta testing stuff. That's where everything goes when I'm done with it so that I have proof of what I did. At the same time, I have another folder that has a unique lock mechanism on it. I really like this feature. It is something that is new to email. O-Mail has provided a way for you to lock down your files in a folder in your email account. So I know of several things that I do that are sensitive. Um, One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder or a list of all of my email addresses, all of my passwords that go with those email addresses, and also any phone numbers or other things like alternative emails that are attached to those emails as recovery emails. I'm going to put that all into a spreadsheet. I'm going to create that spreadsheet, but I don't want it on my computer or somewhere where somebody might be able to see it. I'm going to actually email it to myself and put it in my folder that I can lock down. That way I've got it everywhere I go. I have those important things can travel with me through OnPassive. I'm going to use OnPassive primarily for everything once we launch to the world. It just makes sense to have all these products in one place and using them. It's going to be a much better deal than having to jump from window to window to window in the environment that I work in now. It's going to be great to be able to stay on one desktop and do everything like you're in your office and you got everything on your desk. OnPassive is providing the same environment online. It's incredibly good. It's a fantastic idea. I think we'll all enjoy it once it is fully scaled. We have all of the um, pertinent products that we need at our availability to use for our businesses. So this one thing right here has absolutely solved a major problem that I've had for years. That is, where can I put my sensitive files where nobody but me can get to them? This is the answer. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay, so we're going to switch over now. We're going to go along the top horizon here. And there's some other features here that are very important that you need to know about. Number one, this here is the button that we're on now, which is the mailbox for O-Mail. Here is a calendar where you can create, store meetings, events, anything that's need to have scheduled or you need to keep track of, and you can put them in a calendar schedule right here in your email program. Also, as you look at this, look for they are broken down in days, weeks, and months. And there's a back and forward here that will actually move from one day to the next. Like this here is on day. You could actually set up for a week, which gives you all the whole week, and you can actually set up the whole month, or you view the whole month. And then you can pan whole months over here, or whatever you got selected here, by the day, by the month, or by the week, and by the month. They all work fabulously. Anyway, this is another great feature that I'm going to be using. I haven't used it yet because I still have my old calendar that I'm using. Very soon, once O-Connect connects to us, I will be basically moving away from my old way, and I've already kind of created the new way, waiting for it to be ready to use, go into full use. There's also a contacts list here where I've already created quite a few contacts. Secret, you have an O-Mail address for every person coming into the meetings on OConnect. And you could find those people and actually grab their O-Mail. Like Julie Gwynn, I grabbed her email. It was there. I even grabbed Ash's. So it's really cool that you can get these emails um, while you're in the OConnect meeting, especially certain people that you want to make contact with. Um, I would, just for that purpose, try to get into this last OConnect corporate meeting that's going to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's very exciting, and I'm putting it in this video. It will be insignificant, but at the same time, it'll show history that we are getting ready to launch to the world in a big way. So I'm very excited about that. I had to put it here. I hope everybody else is that way too. I know I am going to be using OConnect religiously once it is available. Okay, so now I've pretty much taken you through everything except for the last thing. This thing has a problem. When you go to the settings, what that does is it brings up your profile for O-Mail. The problem with this right now is there is no button. As it states in the user manual, there should be a update profile button on this screen. But since there is no button on this screen, I want to change the picture. I don't want this picture on here. I want something else here. But I should be able to change it, but there is no editing features right now for your profile. This will change, but for now, it's there, just there. It shows your profile, all the pertinent information for your profile. You click on email, it actually shows your signatures that you've created. I know that I want to create more signatures, and at the same time, um, I will be doing that a little further down the road for you. Here, I'm just showing you that in the profile section is where you can create your signatures. And if, like with me, I have multiple. I have my business signature. I have my personal signature. I have my ONPASSIVE signature. I have other companies that I'm going to have signatures for. So that's basically why you would have multiple digital signatures for your emails, different emails. Um, you also have an auto reply feature. Turn that on if you're out of the office, so that you can tell them I'm out of the office. I'll be back this time or on this date. I may not get my emails until that time. So just turning that on will make people aware, and you can set it up ahead of time so that when you are on the fly, you can turn it on and people will know that you're not going to be seeing your emails for a few days. And that way they won't bug you or keep sending you emails thinking that you're not getting them. A really good feature. Uh, you can also set up rules for your emails, and I will be going over that with you, just showing you now all the things in the profile settings section of O-Mail. Also, there is a folder lock reset. This would be like for that folder that I created. If I forgot the password or something like that, I needed to reset it. This is where you would come to do that. Also, there will be analytics. I've already got all the analytics for all of the emails that I've already done. 42 total emails, 14 in the inbox, 3 important ones, 3 draft emails, 14 emails sent. Inbox emails and sent emails are the same in my analytics. Um, I have 0 emails in my outbox. I have 1 scheduled email. I have 3 in my trash folder. My files folder, that's the one that you can lock down. I have nothing in yet. I have 4 ONPASSIVE beta testing uh, emails in that special folder for ONPASSIVE. You can see that I have no calendar events scheduled, and I have 8 total contacts, my contact list. It's just a nice place in your profile section where you can look at these types of things, especially the analytics for all your emails. Once you get a lot of emails in here, that analytics thing is going to be a real super thing to have. And then you have an auto follow-up tab here. This would be and I will be going over this feature with all of you. This would be to set up an auto follow-up for certain projects or people or events or anything like that. Create an auto follow-up that will, if somebody's emailing you from an auto follow-up email, then it will automatically follow up, give you an automatic follow-up event that you can complete. We'll go over all of this in the coming minutes or hours or days, however long it takes me to do this. But we will continue to strive to get you trained on O-Mail. Okay, I'm going to go back to the mailbox to get things, start going into a little more detail. Okay, so when you first get started, or when you're first starting, one of the things that we all need is a signature to put at the bottom of an email. I have found that the best way to do this is to go to the Settings tab and go to the Email Navigation section. And right there, you have the blank screen ready to set up a new signature. I've already set up 3 signatures over here, and you can do the same. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'll show you real quickly how to do that. First of all, you're going to want to call it something. So each of the different signatures that you provide are going to be unique to whatever business or position, or maybe it's a personal signature. But anyway, it's unique for whatever project you would be working on at a given time. So if you have multiple projects, you get multiple signatures, you can come in and select those as you need when you're creating your email. Anyway, here's a quick way to get started. The signature name, in this case, I'm going to create another ONPASSIVE signature, but this is going to be for something different. I'm just coming up with something to create here for you. So I'm going to call it ONPASSIVE Extras. And once you've got that filled out, this over here is actually, like I said, the signatures that are created already that are saved. Now we're going to create a new one. So I get down here in the body, I click on it. It basically takes me to the very top left corner of your section of your signature that you want to create. I always add an extra line. Just basically hit my key twice. It adds a additional line above my signature, which is basically default. You want to have your body text, and then you want to have a space between your body text for signature. So I automatically put that in the signature section. And then I'm going to quickly create something here. I'll be right back. I'm just going to create it and then show it to you. Right back. Okay, I have finished setting up my signature that I want to use for, and I did change one thing. ONPASSIVE Special is the name of this signature. This is kind of set up to be in the middle of the frame or the area, and that's because I included a picture, and that automatically goes to the center. So I thought, well, I can't put the text to the side of it because of editing issues, something they can maybe correct down the road. But anyway, this was the best way to do it. So I basically set this up. I bolded, changed colors. This here is actually a different font. Spread it out a little bit, easier to read. These are all things that you think about when you're creating this stuff. So I just wanted to emphasize that. Um, Before I save this, I just check everything over, make sure everything's good, make sure that this signature for messages is checked. And I would only select the signature default once you have all of your signatures created. What happens if you don't do that is when you go to create a new signature, your default comes up. It's always there. So when you go to create a new signature and you have a default signature there, you would go into your settings here and you would change, you would go to the signature that you want to, that is your default, and change this back to where it's not on, like I have it here. And then you can go in and create a new signature without any interference. So just food for thought there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and save this as it has been successfully saved. I can verify that by coming up here and looking, and now I have an ONPASSIVE special. So we'll continue on. This is what we have wanted to show you as far as setting up signatures. If you are going to know you're going to have multiple signatures, do them all at the same time. Create them now. It'll be much easier than trying to create them later. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty quick and easy to do. There are a lot of tools that you can use to help benefit all the different things that you might go through, especially when this paragraph thing, because there's so many things here that will help you in positioning and doing things with your text. Thank you very much. We'll be traveling on to the next topic here shortly. So at this time, I want to show you how to start from scratch to create your first email. That would be to come up here. Doesn't really matter where you're at here. Just come up here and click on the add or plus new email. You do that, it creates a new blank page. It gives you a place to put a subject and also where to send the email to. If you want to do a carbon copy, you can click on the CC, or a blind copy, you can click on the BCC. I usually do a blind copy, and in this case, I'm going to so that I can show you what we did. So first thing I'm going to do is type in a subject, which is basically going to be a beta test. It's basically the subject is beta test on a demo. I'm going to send it to an email address line, which is team1 at omail.ai. Really cool email. I'm also going to blind copy to my LORG at omail.ai, which all of you can use to correspond or email me at any time. I am actively watching my emails, have been for several weeks. just now getting it to the point where people are going to start using it. So I am going to start doing a lot more emails through O-Mail. Encourage everyone to do so. This is the best way to not do it, but to learn how to do it and to become comfortable with writing emails in on your O-Mail account. So I've already clicked on here. It took me to I kind of clicked towards the top, so it gave me a little thing, and then it's a little offset from my original signature, and I really don't care about that, so it's not a problem. I just wanted to show you that once you're in this mode, you have all of these icons. This is the bold icon. This is the italic icon, the underline or underscore, and then you have a place to put actually more text type stuff. Okay, so strike through, inline class, and inline style, and clearing the format. There's also video mail. I'll be demoing a video mail eventually, and then we've got more paragraph stuff that you can look at the different things related to paragraph, or rich, which rich basically is insert link, insert an image, embed a URL, insert a horizontal line. It's all the extra of the more rich things. And then you got emojis. You have font categories. We have multiple fonts to choose from now. They're used in almost all of my email accounts. I use the same thing. The font size is usually important. I usually start out with 14. Font color, you change the color of the font, and you can also change the background color. So it's really cool. We're going to do a little bit of all of this. First, I'm going to write the email. It's going to be short and sweet, but it's just a test email. I'm not going to use any fancy functions or features like video or speech to text or anything. I just want to do, there's a more miscellaneous stuff here, which basically has your undo and redo, your full screen, where you can full screen the whole email, which we might actually do here, but not in this video because I have it set to the right size of the screen now, and I may want to change that when I want you to see something a little more up. Print, download to a PDF, select all of the email, and do code view of the email. Also a help button here. Get stuck on something. There's also a couple of other things I want to point out down at the bottom that are very important. Sometimes you're in the middle of an email and you need to come back to finish it, but you don't want to leave it hanging out. Well, in O-Mail, you can save it. Then you can go back to your saved O-Mail and open them back up. Those saved O-Mails are going to be in your draft area. Don't save it there. Lose it. So save it would actually be wise before you decide to run out and go do something else. There's also a trash can where you can discard it. There's also a place where you can add attachments to your email. And then, of course, earlier we used this here to create a new signature. How you would go in to create a new signature from the reply tab. Anyway, let's get on with it. I'm just going to do a little intro type text here. Okay, all I want to do for now, short, sweet little text message. But at the same time, I'm going to play around with a couple of things just because I can. Why don't we it's the background of the text. Color can we use? There you go. I like that. So anyway, there we go. There's just something special that I'm doing just for this one email. That show you that there's other things you can do. After you write the email, you can all of this. And I'm going to go here. Let's do Georgia. Okay, so you can see on still keeps the background there. Okay. Anyway, I'm just playing around. This is what I do. I kind of get carried away sometimes. But anyway, I just want to move the chat bot over a little bit. Going down all the way. There's nothing below me. So this is just this is the email. How I am going to send it. I already have it set up to be sent to my Team 1 folder, also to this email account folder. So when I hit the send button, we should see an email come into my inbox that we can verify that this is sent. There it is. Basically, I have apparently have it set up to have it request for it to be read, a read receipt, meaning that I did open it up and then I say yes, and so they're going to basically going to get a reply that I read this message. So it's all cool. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. I love it. Go too. That's all for right now. I'll get back to you soon. See you later. Thanks. So now I want to um, do a reply. Now you see it's got the new signature up here for my ONPASSIVE stuff because I made it my default. So as soon as I clicked on reply, put it up there. So now I click on it. See how I've got that space up above? If you didn't have that space up above, you wouldn't be able to add to the email. So I usually enter another line and then I reply to the actual reply. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to pause this. I'm going to do the reply and then I'll show you it when I'm ready to send. Okay, so now I've completed the email and I'm getting ready to send it. I just want to show you that first of all, I have to move the bot out of the way in order to get to the send button. And I also want to scroll down to show you that the original email is there. That's what I added. So now I'm going to click on the send tab so that you can see the actual send process occurs. As I have a email sent successfully. You did not see that on the recording screen, but it was right above it. So, so now we've got a forwarded email to an actual founder that is having an issue being able to see the or get onto the OConnect meetings. We're going to try to do a test at the next meeting, which is tomorrow at 2 p.m., a Tuesday, 1st of March, 2023. Hope everyone is there.